Welcome back to Klinga Games, and welcome back to the College Football Reset. We are already at Episode 3 in Season 3. Last episode was pretty disappointing. We went in with a 2-0 record, and that didn't last. We lost to Washington State, and the scoreboard makes it look way better than it was. We also lost to Ohio in heartbreaking fashion, had multiple chances to win, but couldn't pull it out. Between the losses, we did manage to beat our rivals, the New Mexico State Aggies, improving our all-time record to 2-1 against them, so not all bad news. We also got some more good news, but I'll save it for now. This week we face off with yet another ranked team in the number 11 North Texas Eagles. We just cannot catch a break this season. Before we get into that, let's take a look at the league. The top 5 teams all stay firm, with only some minor shuffling in the ranks. But we do see some of the lower ranked teams drop out, opening the door for Miami University and Florida Atlantic to join the top 10. Both former national champs now reside in the upper echelon of college football. Should be fun down the stretch. Now let's take a look at the Heisman rankings. Mike Schaffer keeps his spot at number 1, but Brent Nance is nipping at his heels in second. Nance is having a solid year this year with 15-7 touchdown to interception ratio, along with 3 rushing touchdowns. We also see Luke Roberts rejoin the list with an even better ratio and 4 rushing touchdowns. But it looks like he's injured again. He might be the front runner if he could stay healthy. George Webb from Cincinnati also joins at 5. Now let's get into the good news on the recruiting front. We are missing a player from our board, but I'm sure you've picked up on why. We officially have our first commitment of the season in Cade Fisher. I can't wait to get him on the field next season. Our defense could really use him. Now looking back at the top 10, we rise to first on Griffith's board, but drop to second on Fields' board. Perfectly balanced, as all things should be. We also have a new addition at the 10 spot in J.D. Dingle, a 4-star defensive end with some very exciting athleticism. He has a solid future in the pass rushing department, and we're already first on his board. Now, let's take on some Eagles. After a very disappointing performance in our last week's game, we now face our 3rd ranked team on the season, the North Texas, I believe they are the Eagles, but don't quote me on that. Let's hope we can put up a better performance this time, especially the defense, and we can come out of here with a win. We're at home this time, so let's hope the home team crowd makes an impact. Let's get it, boys. Defense manages to get an early stop, so that's promising. I made a quick change on defense. I put Foreman at free safety and put Dixon at strong safety to try and improve our back end. Let's hope it pays off. 3rd and 2 on the opening drive, coming out in a heavy package. We're going to give it to Adams up the middle, and he breaks a tackle in the hole and gets a first. Great run in there. Love to see that effort by our junior back. 3rd and 9 here in a passing situation. We're going to pass it out of the ace bunch. Medlock drops, throws it right to a defender. Come on, Medlock. We got to see better effort than that. Defense gives up a ton of yards there, but manages to get a stop and holds them to a field goal. Medlock on the play action, throws it. Dropped it there by Turner. That was a great pass. 3rd and 9 here. Running game has not been there for us today. Little PA out of the gun. Medlock throws over the middle, completes it finally, and that is Carter. Nice catch there. New set of downs coming out in the gun here. We're going to try to run it out of the gun. And we get an offsides, counterplay. Purcell gets a nice little head of steam there. Gets about 5 yards, but I think we're going to accept the penalty. I'll take 2nd and 3, actually. 3rd and 3 here. We're going to need Medlock to get that arm under control. We need to rely on him today. Deep drop. Little short completion. He gets it. Nice job by Cook there. Way to push past the defender. Get a ton of yards there after the catch. Welcome back, buddy. 2nd and 10 here. We're going to pass it out of the eye. Try to find the running back short. Medlock launches it deep instead. He's got a man. He's got a catch. He's got a touchdown. Shador Turner in the end zone. Not really an interception there. Just blew past the safety. Blew past the linebacker. Got wide open for 6. Way to find it, Medlock. That's why I love Turner. That speed is rare. After the touchdown, defense gets a very quick stop. We are set up inside or just outside the red zone. Passing out of the eye again. Medlock's looking, floats it, got a completion. Nice job. Thought he dropped it. First down to Cook. Now we're inside the red zone. First trip of the day. Gonna do a little halfback angle out of the backfield. Medlock deflected. Ooh, nice block there to keep it from being picked off. 2nd and 10 there after the deflection. Gonna do a little rollout here with Medlock. He's looking. Throws it short. Got a nice completion to Turner, who cuts outside and gets to the 1. Ooh, almost had a 2nd touchdown of the day. But what a run after the catch there. 1st and goal at the 1. We're not getting creative. We are just handing it to Adams up the middle, who gets in the end zone, showing that power. Hit in the backfield and just carried him for 6. Love Nathan Adams. My favorite player on the team, if I'm being honest. Defense scares me again, gives up a ton of yards, but again holds them to 3. Let's keep extending our lead, try to get it out of reach. Medlock throws it up the PA, and nice play by the defender there. 3rd and 6 here. This might be dumb, but I'm running a draw play. They look like they're blitzing. I don't like that, but hand it to Purcell. He finds a little bit of space, but not good blocking. Pugh just let his man make the tackle. Defense does manage to get another quick stop. We're going to come out in the gun. We're going to do a little play action. Medlock looking. He's got time. Nice blocking. Throws it deep, and he's got a completion, and that's not making the tackle. Moss is strolling down the field for a touchdown. Beautiful play there. Medlock had time and dissected the defense for 6. Got behind his man and never looked back. Good work. Alright, defense rolled down the field and we stopped him. I thought we'd be closer to the end zone. That's my bad. But we're coming down to heavy package. We're running some play action out of it. Medlock looking. Floats it downfield. Got Turner, who doesn't make the catch, unfortunately. Would have been a very difficult catch. Good effort. 2nd and 10 here. Under 2 minutes left. We're going to try to go with some shotgun packages, and we get a false start. Not a good look there, Bryant. 2nd and 15 here, changing up the philosophy a little bit. We're going to run a PA read. Medlock keeps it, throws it short to Turner, who gets about 8 yards there. 10 yards, I'll take that. 3rd and 5 here. Getting down under a minute and a half. We're going to run PA here, out of the gun. Fakes it to Purcell. Medlock's looking, throws it deep. He's got a beautiful completion to Cook. Way downfield. Line's taking a little bit, but we're going to run it right after that play action. Purcell finds some space, gets about 4, I think. 3rd and 7 here. We're going to overload the short side. Try to find some space, or we would if Devron Kelly didn't jump there. 3rd and 12. We're going to stay in the same formation, but we're going to change it to a screen pass here. Let's hope Medlock can complete it. And he does complete it after some unnecessary heroics and loses 3. I would not call that progress, but it's something. 14 seconds left. Defense does get a stop. We're going to go with Verts here. Bad snap. Medlock launches it. Absolute rocket. And he finds a man wide open who is not going to be tackled. I think that's Carter rolling down the field, and he joins the touchdown party, putting us up 28-6. What a game. Beautiful pass there. Carter just outran his man by the looks of it. There may have been a blitz there, but regardless of what they were doing, that's a touchdown for us. After halftime, we are up 28-6. We're going to run a little toss here to Purcell, see if he can find some space to the outside, and he does. Breaks a tackle in open field. He's rolling down the field. That's his best run of the season, and he gets us to midfield. Finally seeing some spark out of him. Purcell had a nice burst, but he is getting a little tired, so we're bringing Adams in here. Running it out of the ace, and he finds some space. Nice run and gets the first. Gets about 9 yards there. Just great blocking up the middle. Let's hope we can keep wearing him down. New set of downs outside the 40. Coming down the ace again, and we're running a stretch play with Adams, who cuts upfield correctly, breaks a tackle in the hole, and gets about 7-8 yards. 2nd and 2. We've been attacking the left side. We're going to put a tight end in motion and attack the right side this time. Adams gets the pitch and cuts upfield. Ooh, bit of unnecessary cut, but gets the 2 yards we need. 1st down. 2nd and 8 here. Going to try and take advantage of our success. Hit a PA power on him. Medlock looking. Throws it short. Ooh, risky pass there. Try to hit the tight end in the flats. 3rd and 8 here. Gonna run a draw play. Let's see if we can catch him. Get him off sides. Let's see if Purcell can find some space. Looked like it might have been a face mask, but I think they can only call 1 penalty at a time. And unfortunately, that's going to be the offsides. 3rd and 3 here. Coming out in a heavy eye. Handoff up the middle to Adams, who cuts. Unfortunately, but makes it 4th and 1. We'll see what Coach decides to do here. 4th and 1. Coach wants to go for it. We're coming down the eye, but we're going to throw out of it. Medlock, deep drop. He should have guys open. Floats it, and right to a defender. Oh, man, that was such a bad read by Medlock. Did not convert the 4th down last time, but we are not punished. We're going to pass it out of the eye, throw some curls. Medlock usually likes those, and he gets the pass off. Nice job getting it off, and he's hurt. Ooh, that is not what we want to see. Looks like a knee. Bruised ankle. Thankfully not a serious injury. Medlock will return. Going to come out in the eye, two backs in the backfield. We're going to run a screen, but I'm going to run some clock here. It's a little early, but I think it might be the best thing to do. Alright, Kirby drops. Throws it, got the completion. Purcell, he's got tons of space, and he's got blockers. He's rolling down the field. Is he going to be caught? One guy might have an angle, and he does, unfortunately. Purcell with a great run after the catch there. Gets across the entire field. Sets us up just outside the 20. Kirby comes in and hits. Might be the easiest pass we can draw up for him, but sometimes it's a challenge. This time it works out. 2nd and 10. We're getting towards the end of the 3rd. I put on conservative clock here. Give it to Adams up the middle, and he finds some space. Ooh, tackled in the hole, but gets 6 out of it. 3rd and 4. I'm going to run a lead draw out of the eye, and Adams, nice cut. Gets past the defender. Oh, but there's a hold. Oh, my God. Who was it? Zach Banks. 3rd and 14 here. Medlock is back in the game. We're going to run a little middle screen to a wide receiver. He doesn't see it, takes the sack. Might have been the smart play. He seems okay. And that is going to take us to the end of the 3rd quarter. New Mexico leading 28-6. We have not scored since halftime, but we've still dominated the clock for most of the 2nd half. Let's try and close it out strong and get ourselves a ranked win here. Here's the part of the game where I assume everyone hates it as much as me. Watching defense. Throws it, and we've got a tackle. Incomplete pass. Nice work. 2nd and 10 after the broken up pass. Staying in the gun. Running a speed option, and we've got people in the backfield, and we pick it off. And we get a touchdown. Holy crap. Thibodeau picks off the pitch and gets in the end zone. What a play. Defense. North Texas comes out inside their own 20 in the gun. Short drop. He's looking, throws it short. Got the running back in the flats. Breaks a tackle. Come on, guys. Someone make a tackle. And we do. Brian Thibodeau does downfield. 2nd and 10. Staying in the gun once again. Bad snap. Pressure's coming up the middle and makes the catch. What a throw. North Texas hurrying to the line. I don't know if this is a normal thing or... Dennis Cross not able to get back on sides. And we make the tackle. We'll see if they accept this. They might, to get 1st and 5 instead of 2nd down. And they do accept it. Okay. 1st and 5 here. Coming out in the gun. They're marching downfield on this drive. Deep drop. Pressure's coming in. Fumble! And that's Seiler with the recovery. McKenzie on the deflection / force. Defensive ends coming up huge. Love these guys. Defense gets us the ball back. We're going to try to milk this clock. Hand off to Purcell at the middle, who breaks a tackle in the hole, finds some space, finds a lot of space, and gets a first. This is the Purcell I thought we were going to get. Hopefully this is the start of something new. 3rd and 5. Going to come out in the weak eye. We're going to run a pitch. Get the receiver in motion. Oh, and we missed the pitch. How is that possible? Purcell picks it up. That's going to kill his stats. What the heck was that? I did not know that was a thing in this game. Whew, got lucky we held on to it. Defense has been pretty phenomenal so far, coming out for the 3rd drive we're watching. And, Seiler gets offsides and short completion there. I think they'll probably accept that penalty. Just try to jump it a little too quickly. 2nd and 5. 2 halfbacks in the backfield, and that is a false start. Good work, guys. 2nd and 10 for the Eagles. In the gun. Short drop for the quarterback. He floats a pass, and that is picked off by Boydell. Nice play. Way to get up there. And a face mask. What a play by Boydell, showing his hops. And we'll accept that face mask as well. Thank you, Sonny Smith. 3rd turnover of the quarter sets us up just outside the 10. Gonna give it to Purcell on a power, and he finds some space, and he finds a touchdown. Nice dive, nice block downfield by Turner, and that is extending our lead. What a run by Purcell. What a game by Purcell. New drive here for North Texas. 2 receivers to the left, tight end going across the formation. Short drop, looking for some pressure, floats it downfield, and that is going to be just outside the reach of a receiver. 3rd and 8. 2 receivers to the right. Short drop. He's looking, throws it deep, and that is incomplete. Over the head of his receiver, brings up 4th down. Let's see what they do. 4 minutes left in this game. Gonna try and salt it away as much as we can. Give it to Purcell. He's got some space and shows some power. Gets 3 there. I do not expect this to fool anyone, but we're gonna run a draw here on 3rd and 9. Purcell gets the carry, and nope, did not fool him. There's a flag as well, and Purcell's hurt. No. Hold on David Bryant. I don't know. I don't think he even blocked anybody. Oh well. I think I briefly saw a ticker that said Purcell is minor injury when knocked out of him. They fake the handoff, keep it with the quarterback, and that is a tackle for Thibodeau, who came to play today. 3rd and 9. I'm really curious about their 58 in the backfield. I might look that up after this game. Tight end goes across the formation. Short drop by the quarterback. Launches it deep, and he's got a completion, but we don't make the tackle. We do, thank you. Dixon making a tackle downfield, but that is not what we like to see. Come on, defense. This is your game. 1st and goal there. Dixon starting is paying off right now. Short drop for the quarterback, and swatted down. Get out of here. 2nd and goal. Coming out in the ace here are the Eagles. They put a tight end in motion. Let's see what they decide to do. Running back looks exhausted. And they are running some clock, but the clock's not running. Hands off up the middle, and we do make the tackle. Dawson there. 3rd and goal. Clock is ticking under a minute. They're in the gun. 2 receivers to the right. They look like they're running clock. I'm not sure why. I think they've just kind of given up. And a false start. All right. Look like Hines there. 3rd and goal. They're 9 for 17 on 3rd, which is very surprising with the score. Short drop. Pressure's coming, and we make the sack. Dennis Cross. Couldn't talk there for a second, but Dennis Cross with the sack. 4th and goal, and they are going for it. In the gun. 2 receivers each side. Short drop. Pressure's coming, and that's Dennis Cross again for his 2nd sack of the day. Maybe more. I don't know. 2nd sack of the quarter. 28 seconds left. This could be the final play of the game. Should be the final play of the game. Hand off to Adams up the middle, and he gets about 3 there. And that is going to be the end of the game. Not the game I was expecting at all. 42-6 against the number 11 North Texas. This isn't even like a preseason ranked team where they might not be good. This is midway through the year, and they were just outside the top 10. I thought this game might be ugly after last week, but defense stepped up in a major, major way. We saw some of their biggest plays right here, play of the game, picking off the pitch for a touchdown. You can't ask for more than that from your defense. Thank God, I thought it froze there for a second. But wow. We moved Foreman to free safety. We had Dixon start at strong safety. I don't know if we can contribute all of that to that change, but if that's all it took, then that will be for the rest of the season, because this defense was a whole new unit today. Offense played great. Defense played better. That is the recipe for a big, big win, and we walk out of here as the victors. Not our biggest win in school history. That still goes to Texas last year, but very, very close to the top of that. Stats for the game. Timmy Kirby with a ridiculous passer rating. 1 for 55 yards will do that. Medlock, 11 of 23, 275, and 3 touchdowns. Not the efficiency we want, but he was launching bombs and they were paying off. Ashton Gray incomplete a pass. I guess we faked a punt at one point. J.D. Purcell, best game of the year, and it's not close. 16 attempts, 77 yards, and a touchdown. Nathan Adams, 10 for 39 and a touchdown of his own, not to be outdone. 22-yard long for Purcell. 2 broken tackles, and 20-plus yards. Running game was here today. I like it. On the receiving side, Mike Cook, 3 for 66. Shador Turner, 3 for 60 and a touchdown. J.D. Purcell, 2 for 52. Brian Carter, 2 for 87 and a touchdown. Nick Moss, 1 for 60 and a touchdown. Receivers were here. We only had 2 drops, 1 by Turner, which was a very difficult catch. And I guess Foreman on the fake punt dropped a pass. 1 sack allowed by Devron Kelly. That's a good game on offense. On the defensive side of the ball, tackles for loss, Dennis Cross had 3, Bodie McKenzie had 3. Sacks, Dennis Cross had 2, McKenzie had 2, Seiler had 1, and Dixon had 1. Welcome to the starting lineup, my man. 2 interceptions, 1 by Marshawn Boydell, which we saw, and Tim Slaughter had 1. First 2 interceptions of the year. 3 pass deflections for Coleman there, 1 for Seiler, which we saw. 1 forced fumble by Bodie McKenzie, and recovery by Thibodeau, and 1 by Jared McBride. I'm not sure when that would have happened. And 1 defensive touchdown by Bryant Thibodeau. Kicker, 0 for 0, but 6 for 6 on extra points. That's the game we like to see from him. Ashton Gray, not his best game, 34.6. 2 inside the 20, 1 touchback though. Can't be too mad. Sullivan, pretty good kick return. Decent punt return. He's finding a roll. Holy crap, what a game. We needed that. Good work, Lobos. That is exactly what I want to see moving into the bye week. Now let's take a look at the league. For the first BCS rankings of the year, we have a new number 1 team. Illinois suffered a loss, opening the door for the Kansas State Wildcats to take over. Fellow undefeated Kent State slots in behind them. Then we have 1 loss Cincinnati ahead of 3 undefeated teams. Rankings are interesting, as always. Classic Big 12 bias, am I right? This week also marks our first time in the polls this season, rising up to 23rd after our big win. Only 5 spots below the team we just demolished. Let's take a look at the Heisman rankings, where we have a new number 1 in Brent Nance. Like I said last week, he was nipping at Schaffer's heels. Speaking of Schaffer, he falls all the way down to 4th. He is passed by reigning national champ Reggie Miles, who is having a pretty solid season, both on the passing and rushing fronts. And also newcomer Roderick Harris, who is having a ridiculous season, even more ridiculous than some of our receiving years we've had in the past. He has 98 receptions, 1,141 yards, and 9 touchdowns through 8 weeks. That is beyond extraordinary. We also get another newcomer in Miami University halfback Tremaine Singletary. For those playing along at home, this is the 2nd Miami U halfback in the Heisman rankings this year. I don't know exactly what happened, but I think it's safe to say these numbers are only about 4 games worth. Crazy stats so far this season. Now let's move on to recruiting, where we have more craziness happening. First things first, we move to number 1 on our top recruit, Patterson's board. But also, our top 10 list is missing 3 players from it. And guess what? We got them all. 4-star tackle DeMonte Gaynor, committed. 3-star kicker Kyle Morris, committed. 3-star punter Anthony Williams, committed. Big week for us. And it gets even better because we get an insta-commit for 3-star middle linebacker Josh Murray. 3-star makes it sound less impressive, but Murray is a well-built middle linebacker with solid athleticism. His technical skills need to be developed, but he should be a solid addition in the running game. Now we have 3 positions to fill in our top 10. Starting with Cortez Webb, a 4-star offensive tackle with quick twitch and good run blocking skills. His strength leaves a little to be desired, but he has a very high floor. Next up is Blake Bond, a 4-star halfback who has surprisingly received very little attention, but he looks like a beast. A little lacking in speed, but he has very good strength and amazing burst. My hope is he can fill Nathan Adams' role when he graduates. And finally, Kyle King, a 4-star safety with good all-around athleticism and great zone coverage. He seems to struggle in man and press skills. I might see how he fits at free safety, where he should have the inside track to play early. We can also take a quick look at the mid-season recruiting rankings. Not as fun as I was hoping. The top 10 is loaded with real-life Power 4 teams. Boo! Thankfully, we do see some teams that aren't particularly successful in real life, and both previous national champions. Good to see that clout is following them with the recruits. The Lobos are also doing much stronger this season. With our recent rush of commitments, we are currently sitting at number 13. Busy bye week, but let's move on to week 10, where we officially kick off in conference play with a trip to Colorado State to take on the 2-4 Rams. Should be easier than our early season slate, but nothing is ever guaranteed. But first, let's look at the league. BCS rankings continue to hold firm with only some minor shuffling in the top 6. Looks like only one team drops out this week, and they get replaced by Ole Miss, which is the only SEC team on the list. At the bottom of the rankings, the Lobos have reached 21. Still plenty of time for us to climb. On the Heisman side of things, Brent Nance keeps his place at the top of the list. Reggie Miles falls to 4, while Schaffer and Singletary climb. And George Webb rejoins the list at 5. Roger Harris, the historical wide receiver, has dropped, for now at least. On the recruiting side of things, we are missing a player from our top 10, and this time, it's not good news. Despite an A- visit, Jace Fields has decided to commit away from us and has chosen Rice. This is not the first player Rice has stolen. We might need to meet them on the field next year. Aside from that, we hold firm on every other player, which might not be the best news for Jackson and King. To replace Fields, I add Reginald Britton to the 10 spot. He's a 4-star center with solid size, strength, and pass blocking skills. Not a dominating force, but he could develop into a solid player for us. Now, let's get into the game. Last time New Mexico played, they dominated the ranked North Texas Eagles, but we've had a bye week. Let's hope we haven't lost our spark during the down period. This time we play the Colorado State Rams, a team that has historically been a very difficult game for us. They are 2-4, but we know from history that means absolutely nothing in this game. They have something to prove, and they are also our biggest competitor for our number 1 recruit right now, Deslin Patterson. I know that they want to make a positive impact. It's at home. He might be visiting. We got to make a statement. We got to put our name on this game, and we've got to show Deslin that we are the school to come to. Let's get it. Colorado State starts hot, but we do manage to put the brakes on them, and we get a stop. We're going to come out, and we're going to PA right away. Fakes the handoff, Medlock throws it short, dropped there by Purcell, unfortunately. He had a little bit of space, brings up second. 2nd and 10 after the drop here. We're going to give it to Purcell on a handoff this time, and he finds some space, bursts through, cuts upfield, nice little cut, gets to the first down. Found the space and ran towards it. I like it. 2nd and 9 here. Going to keep giving him different looks. We're going to run a draw play here. Adams finds some space, bursts through, and breaks a tackle. Nice run and gets past the 50. What a run by Adams. That might be his longest run of the season so far. 3rd and 6 here. Going to overload the boundary side. Hit a play action on him. Fakes the handoff, throws it short, got the completion. Fred Thomas underneath, gets the first. Offense looking good so far. New set of downs at about the 35. We're going to run it out of the gun here. Keep giving them different looks. Purcell finds some space. Unfortunately no blocking there. And he's hurt. Hopefully he's not serious. That would be bad for us. And a hold by Turner. 3rd and 15, our first must pass down. And Devron Kelly makes it longer. False start there. Come on, guys. 3rd and 20 now after the false start. Still got to pass it deep. Medlock drops. He's looking, launches it, and he is deflected. Oh, almost had a man, but broken up deep. Defense gives up some yards again, but does get the stop. Coming out in the strong eye. We're on PA power here. Medlock looking, floats it to a defender. Almost a pick. Not a smart pass there by Medlock. 1st and 10 after the near disaster. We're going to keep it on the ground here. Adams with the carry, and there's a hold. Breaks a tackle, breaks 2 tackles. Had a great run if it wasn't for his teammates screwing everything up. Shador Turner with his 2nd hold of the day. 2nd and 15 now after another self-inflicted penalty. Got to put a receiver in motion, try to find him short. Medlock, pressure coming, floats it. Nice little floater. Gets the completion, breaks a tackle. Cook going downfield, still on his feet. Oh man, weird animation there, but great run after the catch there by Cook. Just breaking tackles. Would not be stopped. I love to see that effort. 3rd and 9 here. Sticking in the ace. We're going to pass it. Medlock with a deep drop. Throws it in the middle. Got a nice completion to Cook. It is his day today. 1st down. What a catch. And that is going to take us to the end of the 1st. We have a 1st down. Not much has happened in this game, but that could change at any moment. We know our defense. We know our offense. Let's go, guys. Starting the 2nd quarter at the 50. Give it to Adams on a power play here, and he finds some space, breaks a tackle, and pushes forward. Ooh, couldn't get past 3, but sets up 2nd and 1 there. 3rd and 1 here. Not trying to be fancy. Power offense, and we get the play, and Adams rolling downfield, and he doesn't break the tackle, but gets inside the 20. What a run by Adams. Great blocking there downfield by Banks. 2nd and 10 after another near disaster. We're coming out in a heavy package, and we're going to motion the tight end in the backfield. Hand off to Adams. Man in the hole breaks a tackle, and he breaks a 2nd and gets in the end zone. Holy crap. What a run by Adams. That was all him. Blocking was not there. Broke 2 tackles and carried a defender into the end zone. Oh, man. Nathan Adams. Something else. After we score our touchdown, defense does manage to get a stop. We're going to run a draw play here on 1st. And Adams finds some space. Gets about 5 there. Good work. 2nd and 5 after another good run. We're going to come out in the ace big, and we're going to pass out of it. Deep drop from Medlock. Floats it to the sidelines, and Turner makes the catch for the 1st. Good work. Nice toes. 2nd and 10. We're going to spread them out. We're going to run it right up the middle out of the gun. And no blocking there, unfortunately. Looked like an unaccounted for man off the line. That's a big loss. 3rd and 14 here. Not going to be too aggressive. We're going to throw a wide halfback screen here, or we're going to take a sack. Whatever you want to do, Medlock. Defense does manage to get a stop. We got to hurry. Putting a tight end in motion, and we are going to PA out of it. Medlock looking, throws it short, got the tight end, and there is a penalty. We'll have to see what it is. Came out pretty late. Might be roughing. And it is roughing. Way to stick in there, Medlock. New set of downs for the Lobos, just outside the 30. Gonna put a receiver in motion. We're gonna pass out of it. Deep drop from Medlock. Pressure's coming. Completes it to Carter, who unable to break the tackle, but gets about 8 there. 9, even better. 2nd and 1 here, coming out in the ace bunch. We're gonna put our faith in Medlock. Deep drop, throws it short. Got Fred Thomas, who breaks a tackle and rolls inside the 15. 2nd and 9 here. Getting a little aggressive. We're going to hit some play action inside the red zone. Medlock throws it short. Turner carries defenders inside the 5. What power. Look at this kid go. First and goal inside the 3. Gonna run a power play here. Adams cuts up field, gets to the 1, but not quite in. Second and goal. This time we're going to try QB sneak, see if Medlock can get it in, and he does not, unfortunately. Third and goal. Third and goal at the 1. We're going to run off tackle, see if Thurman can get us in, and he gets us in standing up. Adams runs right through the hole and gets a second touchdown of the day. What a run. What blocking there, actually. Great job, guys. Defense manages to hold going into halftime and coming out of it. We're going to run a PA here. Purcell's back on the field, breaks a tackle. Medlock floats it downfield, completes it. What a play by Medlock. My word, if that's not an All-American play, I don't know what is. Throws off the tackler and floats up a prayer to Turner, who brings it in. What a play. 3rd and 6 here. Going to overload the boundary. We are going to pass this time. Not doing anything special. Offsides. Medlock throws it downfield. Gets the completion to Turner. Of course he does. That man is everywhere. That'll be a first down. We will decline this. Thank you. 1st and 10 at about the 25. We're going to run some PA out of the gun. Keep them on their toes. Pressure's coming. Launches it. Ooh, right to a defender. Didn't see him. Got lucky there. 3rd and 9 here at the 25. Gonna do a little something different. We're gonna run a counter play out of the gun, and ooh, tackle not able to make his block. Loses 2. 4th and 11. Coach is going for it. We're gonna line up in a 5 wide. We're gonna try and hit a stick and nod at him. Medlock's got time, launches it deep and almost picked off, but I like the aggression on 4th down. Defense gives up a ton of yards, but gets the stop. But we're only leading by 11 now. Over halfway through the 3rd, power play to Adams. Breaks a tackle, pushes forward, gets about 4 yards. 2nd and 6 here. Coming out in the eye. We're going to pass out of it. Looking for some curls. Medlock drops. He's got time. Doesn't have time. Takes a sack. Ah, come on, man. Pugh giving up a sack there. 3rd and 14 after the sack. Come on, guys. Don't do this to me. Got to keep our momentum. Medlock with a short drop. He's looking, throws it in the middle, completes it. Turner breaks a tackle and pushes forward. He cannot be stopped. What a monster. 2nd and 8 here. Coming down the ace. Purcell's a little tired, so we're going to hit play action to Adams. Medlock throws it to nobody. Not sure who that was to. 3rd and 8 here. We're in a weird spot. I'm going to come on the ace, run a draw out of it. Adams breaks a tackle, but not much else. Got 2 yards there with no blocking. That's something. Not sure what, but something good just happened because we have a new set of downs. 1st and 10. Let's hit a play action to Adams. Looking for space. Throws it deep and covered there. I like the aggressiveness, but let's not throw into triple coverage. And that is going to take us to the end of the 3rd. We are currently leading 14-3. Gotta close it out. A lot of pressure, but I think we can do it. 3rd and 6 here. I do not like the defensive formation. We're running a pitch to the left. Purcell gets the catch. Decent blocking. Ooh, but caught up short. 4th and 2 here. Let's see what Coach decides to do. 4th and 2. Coach is going for it. Getting a little risky here. We're going to run play action. We're going to run some clock, though. Alright, fakes it to Adams. Throws it deep. Got the completion. Got the touchdown. Brian Carter wide open. Not sure what happened there, but I'm assuming great route running and a better throw. No one covered him. Safety was supposed to be there, but the play action pulled him in, and we get a touchdown out of it. Good work, guys. Last year, the Rams ran it down our throat, and we couldn't stop it. This time, they're starting in the gun. Short drop. Throws over the middle. Completes it, but we make the tackle. 2nd and 5. I think I'm okay with giving up short catches. Keep the clock running. Receiver going in motion. Short drop, pressure's coming up the middle, and we get an interception. Tim Slaughter on the break, breaks a tackle, stays in bounds. That's going to be a touchdown for the Lobos. That could be the dagger. Nice play there on the outbreaking route. Just jumps it and never looks back. New set of downs for the Rams. We're looking aggressive. I don't like that look for us. We blitz, and we leave a guy wide open on the outside. Foreman pushes him out. 2nd and 7. I hate to see the aggressiveness. It never pays off. Rams with a short drop. Pressure coming, and swats it down. McKenzie there. 3rd and 7. Lobos looking aggressive. Safety drops back. I do like that. We bring the blitz, and we're not getting there, and throws it short. Completes it, but we do make the tackle. 1st and 10 here for the Lobos. 6 minutes left. We are running some clock. We're going to try counterplay here, see if that works. Purcell pushes through back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10. Just going to keep chewing clock until they give us a reason not to. Purcell up the middle, and that looks like a face mask. Free first. I'll take it. Nope, it's a hold. Never mind. Come on, thanks. 3rd and 18 here. We're just going to run it out of the gun. We've already taken a couple minutes off the clock. Purcell not able to break a tackle. Loses 2. 4 minutes left here. Rams in the gun. 3 receivers to the right. Bad snap. Pressure's coming. Seiler. Ooh, almost a pick there. Nice play by Thibodeau. 2nd and 10. Rams in the ace now. Hand up the middle. They've got tons of space, and they get a first easily. 2nd and 10 for the Rams in the ace again. Deep drop for the quarterback this time. Looking, pressure's coming. McKenzie makes the sack, forces a fumble. Unable to get it, but that's a big play there by McKenzie. 3rd and 23 here. Let's hope the defensive coordinator doesn't get aggressive, but it looks like he is. Pray for us. We're blitzing. We're not going to get there. We are going to get there. Nice play there by Dennis Cross. New NCAA record. About 3 minutes left. Let's see if we can drain this clock. Purcell up the middle. And penalty. Last time I said it was a face mask, it was a hold. This time it looks like a face mask. All right. Thank you, Chris Williams. New set of downs, and the clock keeps rolling. Let's just keep running the ball. Purcell off the edge and gets about 3 there. 4. But he's hurt. Come on. 2nd and 6. Praying for Purcell and running out the clock. That's all we care about. Handoff. Adams breaks a tackle in the hole and gets a first. Good running by Adams. 2nd and 7. We're just going to keep running it behind Thurman and hope they don't catch on. Handoff to the left. Adams finds some space and looks like he gets the first. Good run. Very minor strain because Purcell is already back in the game. Might be the last carry of the game. It goes to our star freshman who finds some space, finds a lot of space. Great run there. Best run of the day. That's a good one to end on. Carry that into the next week. And that is going to be the end of the game. New Mexico comes in to their first ranked game of the year, or as a ranked team this year, and gets a massive win, 28-3, leaving no doubt. Absolute domination. Defense played really, really well. The safety move seems to be paying off in a huge way. Slaughter with a pick 6 there. What a play by him. Put the nail in the coffin and effectively ended this game at the beginning of the 4th. So proud of this team. So proud of this team. Last year, we were blowing these games. This year, we're making some progress. We're still not quite to bowl eligible, but if we keep playing like this, we might have our best season by far. Oh, man. Proud of my team. Deslin Patterson, I hope you were watching, and I hope you see that New Mexico is where you want to be, because you don't want to be on this Colorado State team. Nathan Adams, player of the game. No argument here. Stats for the game. Ashton Gray 1 for 1 for 11 yards. That must have been that quick turnaround that we saw. Medlock 15 of 26, 177 and a touchdown. Over 50% completion percentage. I love to see that. Took 2 sacks. Nathan Adams 17 for 103 and 2 touchdowns, 6 yards per carry. 2 over 20, 4 broken tackles. His best game of the season. Purcell looked good early. but got hurt. Didn't really have the same spark until the very last drive, but I'm very happy to see him continuing to make progress. Solid game, nothing special there. Shador Turner continuing to be a force. 6 catches, 85 yards. Fred Thomas with some short catches. Brian Carter with our big touchdown, 2 for 36, long of 27. And Mike Cook continuing to have a resurgence here in the season. He's looking good. Let's keep it up. 1 sack allowed by Blake Fagan, 1 sack allowed by Trevor Sanders there. On defense, Ron Seiler, 4 solo tackles, 3 tackles for loss. Dennis Cross with 3 tackles for loss, all sacks. Bodie McKenzie, 2 with 1 sack. Bodie McKenzie has been such a massive pickup. 1 interception by Tim Slaughter, which we saw go for a touchdown. 4 pass deflections, pretty good all around. Stephen Green play, that's a little surprising. 1 forced fumble by Bodie McKenzie, which we unfortunately did not get, but a defensive touchdown. Kicker, no field goals made, but 4 for 4 in extra points. Another great day. Ashton Gray with a huge bounce back day, 40 net. 1 touchback, unfortunately, but pretty good. Chris Sullivan continuing to hold down kick returns pretty well. Complete domination. I love to see it. Moving Foreman to free safety has made all the difference in the world this season. Defense is a whole new unit. Now we move into week 11 where we have back-to-back road trips, this time to Nevada to take on the struggling Wolfpack. But first, let's look at the league. We see some serious movement this week. The top 3 teams shuffle around but remain in place, but former number 4 Cincinnati drops to 9 after facing a loss, paving the way for Florida Atlantic, Ole Miss, and Georgia Tech to rise into striking range of first. We also see Texas re-enter the top 10 once again. Hints of chaos as we get closer to the end of the season. And the Lobos continue to climb as well, rising to 16th this week. On the Heisman side of things, we see shuffling once again, but everybody is a familiar face. Nance holds down the top spot as Singletary and former favorite Schaffer drop down. Reggie Miles climbs back to 2 on the back of his 14 passing TDs. But the real interesting player is Roderick Harris. Rejoining the list at number 3, he continues to be a freak, with 12 touchdowns through 10 weeks, along with 165 yards per game and 112 receptions. We've seen some crazy seasons, but the records he sets might never be broken. This is also the first time this season we can look at the major award semifinalists, so let's see if we have any Lobos nominated. First up is the Nagurski Award. Dennis Cross is currently sitting at 8th despite not starting coming into the year. Bodie McKenzie is also in the running at 11th. Next is the Walker Award. Nathan Adams currently sits at 6th, which is really good considering he's splitting carries. On a somewhat more surprising note is the Mackey Award. True freshman Shador Turner sits at 6th. He's going to be a star for sure. The Lombardi Award is stacked for the Lobos. Bodie McKenzie sits at 2nd, former winner Dennis Cross sits at 3rd, and freshman Ron Seiler sits at 9th. We have a stacked D-line. And that is currently it for our nominations. Now let's look at recruiting, where for the first time this episode, there are no players missing from our top 10. We actually stand firm at every position. Still lagging behind for Jackson and King. I hope we see some movement soon. Now let's pack our bags and take on Nevada. After beating the Colorado State Rams 28-3, New Mexico goes back on the road once again, this time facing the Nevada Wolfpack. I believe our all-time record is 1-1 against them, so we cannot take them lightly. We are also right near the point we were last year when we came to a crashing halt. Last year we were 6-2, feeling ourselves in the top 25, and we lost every single game from that point on. This year we are 5-2, and we are ranked number 21. We got to keep focus, we got to stay on task, and we need to execute to make sure that this season does not end the way last season does. The Lobos have a big game ahead of them, and it's time to take care of business. Defense gets an early stop, but we are set up at our own goal line. Hand off to Adams at the middle, and that looks like a safety to start the game. That is not what we like to see. And a hold that I believe is also a safety. No, they're declining it, so it is 2nd 10. We did not get tackled in the end zone. Just very, very close to it. 2nd and 10 after an unsuccessful run on 1st down. We're going to hit a play action here. Fakes it to Purcell. Medlock scrambling. Throws it short. Got the completion, and we get the first. Good work by Banks to move upfield and get to the sticks. This might be really dumb. 2nd and 10. They look like they're blitzing. We're going to run a draw play here at them. And, ooh, Adams breaks a tackle, but it might be another hold here. 2 holds in 3 plays, or 4 plays. Devron Kelly, the responsible party. 3rd and 16. Trying to move the sticks once again. Let's see if Medlock can pull it off. Short drop. He's looking. Throws over the middle. Completes it, but not quite to the first. 4th down. Nice catch by Carter, though. Defense gets a stop, and I'm happy to report we are not in our own end zone this time. Coming down the eye. We're going to run it off tackle. Purcell breaks a tackle. He's got some space. He's got some speed, and he's got about 18 there. Nice running. That's what we like to see. Good broken tackle on the hole. Showing the power and then showing the speed. 2nd and 4. Purcell was subbed out. I'm hoping he's okay. Hopefully he's just tired. Giving it to Adams here. Nice little sprint play and gets the 1st down. Nice running. 1st and 10 for the Lobos. Coming down the ace. We're going to try passing it this time. Deep drop by Medlock. He's looking. Throws it short. Got the completion. Carter with lots of space. Gets the 1st. Another new set of downs, this time inside the 30. We're going to do a little roll here. Medlock fakes the carry, throws it, floats it, doesn't quite get it over the defender. Could have been a nice play, but defender had the hops. 3rd and 7 here, coming down the pistol, our least used formation. Let's see if Medlock can do something good with it. Throws it over the middle, got a nice completion to Fred Thomas, who cuts up field. Nice little pass, and nice run after the catch by Thomas. 2nd and 8 here. We're going to run a play action. See if we can find Turner in the corner. Medlock's looking. Throws it. Ooh, tried to find him, but defender was in the way. Purcell has back spasms. He will be back. 3rd and 8 here. We're going to come out in the gun. We're going to hit a wide receiver screen over the middle, hopefully. And Medlock takes a sack instead. Not great there. It looked like we had it if he just was a little more patient and threw it to the guy coming across the middle. All right, line it up for the field goal. First one in a while. This might be outside his range. It's hard to say. Kick is up, and it is just short. Yep, outside his range. Didn't get it. Defense does manage to get another stop, but we are set up inside our own 20 once again. Let's see if Purcell can find some space up the middle, and not much there. 2nd and 8. 2nd and 8, getting right down to the end of the 1st. We're going to come out in the eye. We're going to pass out of it. I'm going to run it down the clock. I think that's the last play before the half. Medlock drops, throws it short. Got Purcell, who gets the 1st. Nice little catch and nice run after the catch to get just what we needed. And that's going to take us to the end of the 1st. Could be leading, but didn't quite have the range on the field goal. Still feel good about our chances. We just got to stay focused and keep playing our game. 1st and 10 here to start the 2nd quarter. Coming on the ace, or I form, passing out of it. Medlock deep drop, throws it short. Got Purcell, makes a man miss, and gets about 6 there. 5, I'll take it. 2nd and 5 here. Purcell's a little tired, so we're switching to Adams. Fakes the handoff. Medlock scrambling, throws it short, finds Adams over the middle. Gets the completion. There is a flag. Hopefully it's not a hold. Ah, why did I have to talk? Fred Thomas downfield only loses us 1. 3rd and 1 here. Coming out in a heavy formation. And we're going to motion into an eye. Try to run up the middle. Handoff Adams. He's got the 1st. Good power and good block in there. We got to push. 1st and 10. Going to keep them on their toes. Passing out of the ace. Medlock with a deep drop. Pressure's coming to the middle. Throws it deep. Got a nice completion to Fred Thomas. His best game in a while. He's looking good. New set of downs inside the 40. We got to try and find a way to get some points out of this one. Handoff. Adams up the middle. And that is a great run. Gets us almost to the 20. That's what we like to see. Nathan Adams making plays. 2nd and 10 here. Can't lose our steam now. We're so close. Medlock with a deep drop. Throws it deep right to a defender. I liked what he was looking at, but bad throw. 3rd and 10 now. Maybe got a little too aggressive with my play calling. Now we're in a must-pass situation. Medlock with a short drop. They're bringing a blitz. He throws it. Ooh, had a man, but just hit while he was throwing. Couldn't complete it. Let's see what coach wants to do. Coach is lining up for field goal again. This is deeper than the last time, I think. Good snap. Kick is up, and it is well short. It's not even close that time. Bad coaching. Defense does manage to get another stop, but I think their punter is a beast because he keeps driving us back. Let's run PA power to start the drive. Medlock's looking, throws it to Turner, who's wide open down the sideline. Breaks a tackle, but goes out of bounds. Nice play. Just outruns his man. Ooh, some hesitation by the safety, and that gives us a huge completion. 1st and 10 here. Inside the 40 once again. We keep driving, but not scoring. Medlock with a deep drop. Pressure's coming up the middle. Floats a pass and gets a nice completion to Carter, who's rolling down the sideline, and he might be in for a touchdown. Oh, that's Cook. Never mind. Not Carter. Showing that speed that he's known for. Just flying down the sidelines and gets into the end zone to give us a lead. Nice block there by Turner downfield. That's what we like to see. Defense gets the stop after the score, so we come out with a 7-point lead. Try to get the running game going. Purcell finds a little bit of space, gets about 5. 2nd and 4 here. Going to continue to pass out of the eye. Make sure they can't clue into anything. Short drop, pressure coming, throws it short to Purcell, who breaks a tackle in open field and gets the first. Nice job there by Purcell. He's becoming a weapon in the passing game. Purcell is getting tired, so we're switching up running backs. We're going to try to run a draw here on 1st. Keep him guessing. Handoff. Adams with a nice run. Breaks a tackle in the open field. Gets about 8 there. 7. 3rd and 3 here. We're going to come out in a look that looks familiar. We're going to put the tight end in motion, but this time we're going to run a pitch. Try to get it outside with Adams, and I saw a little hesitation going in, and we get the first, but there's a hold, I think. And there's a bug there with number 16. That's our 4th hold of the game. Kamari Thurman. He was the play side tackle, so I can't blame him. 3rd and 11 here. This is Medlock's down. Time for him to earn his rep as our starter. Medlock throws it and incomplete. Tried to rifle it in there, but the defender was right there. Defense does manage to get another stop. We're going to run something a little weird here. We're going to come out 5 wide, but we're going to run a little jet sweep with Purcell, who finds a little bit of space. Not a whole lot there. 2nd and 8. We're getting close to the end of the half. If we get a first, I'll hurry up, but right now I'm taking my time. Medlock throws it, and that's a first down, so we are going to hurry up now thanks to Turner. I keep calling this, and it keeps not working, so if this doesn't work, feel free to criticize, because we're running a halfback screen here. Medlock completes it behind the defender and gets the first. Good work. 2nd and 10 here. 13 seconds left. Let's try to build our lead. Gonna try and hit Turner deep. Throws it deep to Turner, who's wide open. Gets tackled, though, inside the 15. 6 seconds left. We do have timeouts, but I'd like to get one more play off. Little play action. Keep them guessing, and we get a touchdown. Beautiful play to Cook there. His 2nd touchdown of the day. Phasing through the end zone. I don't know why that worked, but it tricked him enough to give us some space deep, and we get a 14-0 lead going into half. All right, start of the 2nd half. We are leading 14-0. Gonna try to lean on the running game because we got the lead. Purcell with a nice little run there, gets about 4. 2nd and 6 here. Can't go all in on the run game. We got to keep him honest. We're gonna put a receiver in motion and pass it. Medlock throws it over the middle. Guess who? Shador Turner. New set of downs just short of the 40. Gonna run a draw here. Keep him guessing, and Purcell finds a lot of space. Keep going. Ooh, gets tackled, but what a run, and he's hurt again. No, Purcell. 3rd and 5 here. Not really a must-pass formation or down distance, but we are going to pass it here. Deep drop by Medlock. Throws it short. Incomplete, unfortunately. Wouldn't have got the first anyway. 4th down. 4th and 5. Coach is going for it this time. We're going to come out in the gun, and we're going to run a PA here. Fakes it, throws it. Nice, quick completion. And that is a first down. I believe that's Cook again. No, that's Moss this time. 1st and 10 at the 25 now. Offense is rolling pretty well. We're going to run it out of the gun with Adams, who is not his forte. Breaks a tackle, though. Finds some space, and he might go all the way. What a run. Holy crap. Nathan Adams. What a monster. Walker semi-finalist right there. Breaks the tackle, keeps his balance, doesn't get flustered, and finds his way for 6. Defense continuing to look good. Might be their best game of the year. They haven't threatened much at all. We're going to pass it here out of the eye. Keep him honest. And throwing a pick 6. Oh my god, Adam. Or Medlock, what are you doing? Let's see what this flag is for. Personal foul. Roughing the passer. We get bailed out. But my word, was that a close one. 1st and 10 after the penalty. We're going to keep it on the ground. Give Medlock some time to compose himself. And Purcell finds some space. Gets a first there. In opponent territory once again. We're going to put fullback in motion. We're going to power behind him. And Purcell finds some space. Nice running. And he's hurt again. Come on, Purcell. Bruised elbow this time for Purcell. Really hoping he gets the injury bug behind him after this year. Medlock with a short drop. Throws it over the middle. Nice little catch. Ooh, nice little drop, unfortunately, by Cook there. 4th down. Hopefully I don't throw the game away, but I'm trying to get Medlock back into a groove. We're going to try passing it here, see if we can find Cook short. Medlock does find him short, and he holds on. Nice job. At the risk of doing something very, very stupid, we're going to run a little jet sweep here out of the ace bunch. And that was stupid. Yep, my bad. My bad. Defense must have made a big play because start of the 4th, we are deep in opponent territory. We're going to give it to Purcell here on a power play. Finds some space to the outside. Unfortunately goes down, but 5-yard pickup. 2nd and 5. We're going to keep trying to hammer the outside runs. This time we're going to pitch it. Purcell looking for some space. No blocking there, unfortunately. 3rd and 7 here. Coming down the ace, we're going to run a draw play. No reason to risk anything. I'm actually going to let the clock run down a little bit. All right, come on, Adams. Find some space. He does find some space. Breaks a tackle. Unfortunately, doesn't quite get it, but sets us up with 4th and 2. Let's see what Coach decides to do. Coach is kicking the field goal. This might be within range. Let's see. Good snap. Kick is up, and it is good. All right, 1 for 3. I probably should have watched the defense there. I kind of forgot it was the 4th quarter, but we get the ball back. We are on pure conservative mode here. Purcell with a nice run there. Gets almost to the 1st. I think it's going to be just short. Nope, he gets it. Nice job. Way to reach. New set of downs after the nice run. This time we're going to hit it to the outside. And not great blocking there by the tight end. And we lose 2, and Purcell goes down again. This one looks like it might be serious. Oh, crap. Trainers come out. All right, bruised shoulder, out for a quarter. We're not going to see him this game, but Purcell is okay for the long run. That is very good news. We're going to try to hit a little screen here to Adams, and Medlock not throwing it, takes a sack. Kind of to be expected there. All right, now we will watch, now that I remember that it's the 4th quarter. My bad. Punt is away. Going to be caught at about the 30. Let's see if our return team can do it. And they force a fumble. Pick it up. Who's that downfield? That is maybe Bozeman. That is Bozeman. Good work, buddy. I don't know who forced it. I'll have to look that. I checked the replay, and that would be Zach Banks, our do-everything player, forcing the fumble. Good work, buddy. Handoff. Adams loses a yard there, unfortunately. 2nd and 11 here. I'm going to reward Banks, give him a nice little carry here in the 4th, and he gets a nice run there. We should do that more often. Good job. 3rd and 2. I cannot stress enough that we are running a route with a short hot read. In case this goes deep, I'm not trying to run up the score. It doesn't go deep. Turner with a nice catch over the middle sets us up with the 1st. 3rd and 4. I've never run this play before, so now's a good time to find out. We're going to run a counter play out of the goal line. And Adams, weird cut. Not his best play, now that we know that. Clock is running down. He can run out the clock, but he does not. Kicks the field goal anyway. And we get it, and that will be the end of the game. Coach must have had money on the over here because that was unnecessary. And that will be the end of the game. Best performance our defense has ever had. Complete shutout. Might be the first time in school history. I don't think they got past the 50 all game. That's how good the defense was today. The last couple weeks have been phenomenal on the defense. That safety change may have been all we needed, because this is a whole new defense and we are a whole new team because of it. Medlock looking good. Cook coming back strong to finish out the year by the looks of it. Running game is coming alive. This team is just looking better and better every single week. I am very excited to see how this season continues to progress, because we are looking like our best selves, and I am here for it. We could challenge for a major bowl, maybe a national championship, but I'm not going to bet on that this season. That might be a next season, but it is in the cards this year because we are ranked very highly and we just picked up another win. Stats for the game: Medlock, 22 of 34, almost 300 yards, 2 touchdowns, 64% completion, maybe his best game ever, 2 sacks. Purcell, 15 attempts, 81 yards, 5.4 per. A little tongue twister there. He's looking really good, looking better and better as the season goes on. Only issue right now is he cannot stay on the field. Adams had another great game, 68 and another touchdown. Banks, 1 carry, 8 yards. Receiving game, Shador Turner continues to be a monster. 6 for 115. Receiver numbers out here. He is a big receiver, basically. Purcell was a weapon out of the backfield. Cook, 3 for 55 and 2 touchdowns. His best game of the year. Carter complimented him very well, 3 for 34. And Fred Thomas, 2 for 34. Both in the first quarter. I thought he was going to have a bigger game, but I'm not mad at the performance. 2 drops by Turner, 1 by Cook. We need to clean those up. 2 sacks allowed, 1 by Micah Pugh, 1 by Blake Fagan. Defense. Only 3 players had more than 2 solo tackles. Sacks, we had 4 of them, 1 by Seiler, 1 by Green, 1 by Coleman, and 1 by Mack. Some backups getting plays. 1 interception by Tim Slaughter, 2 weeks in a row for him. 4 pass deflections, not too shabby there. 2 forced fumbles, 1 by Zach Banks on the punt, and Sadani Dawson gets in play and recovers his own fumble. Sam Jean, 2 for 4. Rough way to start the game, but finished strong, even if unnecessary. 3 for 3 on extra points, though. Ashton Gray, pretty good game, 38.6 net. He's bouncing back in a big way. Touchback, no in the 20, but good net average. 1 return all day, and Sullivan with pretty good on the punts. So, pretty good performance by the team. Another dominant win. I don't know if this means we're legit or if we've just faced the bottom feeders of our conference. Either way, it feels good to get 3 W's in an episode. The Lobos are off to a very hot start. But ominously, we have the exact same record now as we did this time last season. Hopefully we can avoid the pitfalls this time and keep winning. That's where I'm going to call it for this episode. I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope you're as excited as I am to see what the Lobos can do with the rest of their season. I've been King of Games, and I hope to see you in the next episode. Peace.